prayer for our military servicemen and women serving around the world, as well as for our first responders. Thank you. Well, thank you all for being here tonight as we go through our town board meeting, May 11th, 2022. I'd actually like to start with two very great things. We are acknowledging both National Police Week, which is May 11th, starting today, through the 17th, as well as National EMS Week as well, which is May 15th through the 21st. So I think we're going to start with National Police Week. I'll just read the recognition and then invite members of Ogden Police Department as well as everyone up here to be part of this. Whereas we recognize and honor the selfless and heroic service that is routinely provided by the courageous individuals in the Ogden Police Department, and we rely on law enforcement in Ogden to protect and serve the citizens of our community by enforcing our laws, safeguarding our rights and freedoms, and keeping our schools and families safe. And their bravery and commitment to serving our community helps residents sleep at night knowing they are protected by our men and women in uniform. And each day, law enforcement officers throughout the nation face threats of violence and danger and routinely put their lives in jeopardy for the safety and protection of others. We honor the officers we have lost who paid the ultimate sacrifice, and we are forever indebted to their service. And the town of Ogden is fortunate to have such dedicated police officers who provide this vital and exemplary service to our community, and proud of all that they do to maintain law and order. Now, therefore, we, the town board of the town of Ogden, hereby proclaim the week May 11th through 17th, 2022 as National Police Week. Come and be recognized.
Come on in now. Wide angle. Okay.
We're good. Thank you.
I'd just like to thank Supervisor and members of the board. We've had nothing but support for my full 27 years here. This board has been great. It continues to be great. Very supportive. Always a pleasure to work with. Open dialogue, and we couldn't be more thankful for all that you do for us. You mentioned keeping everybody safe. We're proud to do it. We're happy to do it, but we couldn't do it without the support of the board. So thank you very much, and this is very, very much appreciated. Thank you. Yeah. Everybody else? Everybody else?
Well, you can just say, or you can just stay here.
I'm going to struggle tonight. I also want to welcome up members of Gates Ambulance. If you guys wouldn't mind coming up here, I'll read this proclamation for EMS Week as well. Whereas emergency medical services is a vital public service, members of emergency medical service teams are devoted to serving their communities and prepared to provide life-saving care to those in need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Access to quality emergency care significantly improves the survival and recovery rate of those who experience sudden illness or injury. The EMS system consists of first responders, emergency medical technicians, paramedics, emergency medical dispatchers, firefighters, police officers, educators, administrators, and others. These members of emergency medical service teams, whether career or volunteer, engage in thousands of hours of specialized training and continued education to enhance their life-saving skills. And EMS has grown to fill a gap by providing important out-of-hospital care, including preventative medicine, follow-up care, and access to telemedicine. Gates Volunteer Ambulance Service provides exemplary EMS to the residents of Ogden, Gates, Parma, and Spencerport. Their EMS professionals always answer the call and strive to provide a world-class level of care that Ogden residents should be proud of. Now, therefore, we, the town board of the town of Ogden, hereby proclaims the week of May 15th through 21st, 2022 as Emergency Medical Services. Thank you both so much. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Feel free to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything you'd like to?
Just thank you so much. Thank you for the support that the town of Ogden and the board has shown us over the years, and even more so with the formation of a new district this year. It is huge. Just what you can't really put into words sometimes what is done for us, and it allows us to do for more training and open up more opportunities for our people to be able to expand and obviously give back and provide to the people in the town of Ogden. So thank you. It
Thank
was
you
a
very
long,
much.
long way.
You're very
So,
welcome. Yeah,
thank you.
Absolutely.
It should be, yeah. I've never seen it.
Thank you, guys.
We should have got up there.
Okay. We have resolution 151, approval of the minutes. So moved by Councilman Toms, seconded by Councilman Hinman. Okay, very good. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. This item is the privilege of the floor. Is there anyone that wishes to address the board at this time? Seeing none, we will move on to reports and remittances from town officers. We have resolution 152, which is the clerk's report.
So moved. I'll second it.
Moved by Councilman Baker, seconded by Councilman Perry. Any discussion on this item? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, we have our town audits, resolution 153.
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Toms,
Second.
seconded by Councilman Baker. Is there any discussion on this? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Okay. Got a couple of items for the supervisor's report. Wanted to give you an update. The FOB project is ongoing. Tony from maintenance is overseeing the project, and we'll continue to give updates as we have things coming down the pipeline. New York State Teamsters Fund Auditor came out to audit our union members, the Teamsters health coverage. The summary is that we passed with flying colors, no issues, and we're doing a great job between highway, finance, and personnel. So really good deal. One of the things that has been important to me for a long period of time, well, a long period, it's been 5 months, for the period of time that I've been here, is to really take a look at the current systems we have, evaluate them for inefficiencies, things that will just make us more efficient, things that are cost effective and so forth. And we've done a really good job kind of assessing a lot of our software systems. Many of them are very, very behind. And so over the course of the next couple of meetings and work sessions, we've kind of scheduled to have a couple people talk about certain proposals that, you know, they cost a couple bucks, you know, and we should carefully consider. Today, Tim's going to be walking us through 6, 7 different systems that he's really taken a lot of time to explore and kind of make a couple of recommendations there, but all with the premise that we should be considering 21st century technologies and also safeguarding our servers and cloud-based things. We did spend some time looking at other programs outside of finance for highway and building and clerk's office. We're kind of in the early stages of that, but that's another system that has a lot of really good promises. Oh, one thing that will come to the board at some point, but I wanted you to be aware of. For years, maintenance has been asking for a way to safely store equipment, and they've also been asking for bathrooms because they don't have them where their shop is. And just having a really good relationship with some of the people at BOCES, I called them up and just said, hey, will you guys help us build a barn, build a shed for maintenance? And they said yes, and also, do you have a spot for us to play with equipment? So we met, Tony and I, and some of the people from the BOCES programs, the CTE program, heavy equipment program. We sat down to kind of like take a look at what the possibilities are, and they're ecstatic to have this opportunity for kids to have real life working opportunities. And you know, Tony and his guys are excited at the promises down the road of potential, not promises, but the potential of having bathrooms. BOCES will build the building for us, excuse me, but you know, we have to cover the cost of the materials. And then as we kind of shift some things, of course, we'll have to identify how much it would cost to put a bathroom in there. So those are things that are coming, but I just wanted you to be aware that that's really at its beginning stages. The barn wouldn't happen until next semester, so we'd be talking again in September, just because there's only like a couple weeks left of school. So that is my report for today. Councilman Baker.
Thank you. I just wanted two things really. First of all, I wanted to thank the supervisor and the town board members that were all together for the National Day of Prayer out front. It was a really nice ceremony, and from what I can tell, probably one of the larger crowds that we've had in recent years. So it was nice to see everybody come out for that, and we had a beautiful morning after the day before's rain and everything else. So it was a good thing we didn't have it on that day. But no, it was great, and thanks for including everybody in on that. The only other thing I have is, and it's only because I'm the chairman of this event, but our Spencerport Firemen's Parade for the carnival is coming up on June 9th. What I know has been done in the past is that the town board and other elected officials have always participated in the parade. As of yet, I have not gotten any RSVPs from the town or any elected officials that are going to participate in the parade. So I just want to remind everybody of the date, June 9th, 7 o'clock. If you want to participate, there's a website, spencerportfire.org, and you can go on there and sign up. So I just didn't want anybody to feel left out.
I apologize if I didn't see it, but did an invite go out? Or?
Not a physical invitation. There, it's been advertised on their website, on social media, and that type of places.
Perfect. Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah, no problem. That's it.
Okay, Councilman Hinman.
Well, we're gonna talk about the day of prayer as well, but Mr. Baker, it was a good day, and I too am glad it was not raining, but beyond that, I have nothing else to report.
Josh, Councilman Perry.
I don't have to talk about the day of prayer, then do it. It's been talked about. The only thing that I wanted to mention was that I met with Brian Thompson and Sue, had a really nice meeting on the wood burning appliances, and I have continued to say that he did a real thorough job. I think he was a little worried when I came in with my book full of tabs marked up, but that was just for questions and things that we discussed. And he learned from me and I learned from them, and we'll continue. I think it was a very good thing.
Very good. Councilman Tubbs.
Thank you. Just a comment on your earlier mention of using BOCES to build that. I had the privilege of attending BOCES when I was in high school here and also participated in projects similar to that, building some houses and stuff like that in the carpentry program. It's very important for kids and I'm glad to see we're using that.
Good,
Other
thank
than
you.
report, thank you.
Highway Superintendent Dan Wolf.
I'm not gonna slow down the whole early. No report.
That's still on the record, though.
You had enough last time.
Reconsider.
Town clerk's report.
She just finished.
I have to agree with Dan that I will not have to report. Oh, we're hiring, which we're
Yes.
excited about. We're filling Sarah's position. So we're excited to welcome Nanette. So we're looking forward to that, May 27th.
Very good, thank you. Mr. Shum.
I was tasked a couple of weeks ago to come up with a preliminary draft of a wood burning stove ordinance or amendments to existing code, and I was pleased to be able to get it at least in a form for discussion purposes. Already have comments from the building department, which I think are good. I'll sit with him and welcome the board to make comments to me as well. Hopefully, or if you would, either call me or send me an email so that I can accumulate those comments and try to put together a draft that was worthy of having scheduling a public hearing. Because once we schedule the public hearing, the draft document is supposed to be available at the town clerk's office, and I would like it to be available. And just a comment following up on BOCES, years ago when Jenny Bronco owned the gravel pit up on Manitou Road, she had a longstanding relationship with them to allow them to use their heavy equipment and move dirt around and do things like that. And unfortunately, fortunately for her, but unfortunately for BOCES, she sold the gravel pit. And so I agree with Councilman Thomas that it's a good program. It needs to be, that we can assist them and they can assist us. It's surely a win-win. That's it.
Yeah, that's exactly what we told them. Always wanting to find, real life opportunities for kids. So, thank you. And there is no unfinished business, so we will move to new business. Madam Deputy Clerk.
Yes. Resolution 154. Regarding approving the hiring of rehiring of part-time recreation attendants in the Parks and Recreation Department.
I'll move that.
I'll second it.
Moved by Councilman Perry, seconded by Councilman Hinman. Is there any discussion on this? No. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next item, please.
Resolution 155-5.11.22 regarding appointing Marianne Abrolano to the provisional position of full-time office clerk 2 in the building department.
So moved. I'll second that.
Moved by Councilman Baker, seconded by Councilman Thomas. Is there any discussion on this item? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next item, please.
Okay, Resolution 156 regarding approving the hiring of Chase Connor as a seasonal laborer in the highway department.
So moved. I'll second.
Moved by Councilman Baker, seconded by Councilman Hinman. Any discussion on this item?
I just want to say that kid is, he's a kid who was out of school, I think, for a year now, and he came from Hilton. He worked for Hamlin over the winter or over the summer. And he came to us, and myself and Doug, every time we drive by this kid, he's out of the truck raking like crazy. He's just all around little skinny kid, but he works his butt off. He does. He's a good kid. He's a real good kid.
I got a quick question to you then. What does a seasonal worker do for the highway?
Good question.
He either flags for us, he works on a brush truck for us. He rigs asphalt for us. As much as they want to learn, we let them learn that.
Great,
They don't drive apparatus on us, but you know, they'll drive a small pickup or
great,
something.
thank you.
And while he's getting paid, I mean, he's studying on the job, potential future, so thanks for that, Dan. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item, please.
Resolution 157, appointing Nanette Keith to the provisional position of full-time office clerk 2 in the town clerk's office.
So moved.
I'll second.
Moved by Councilman Tom, seconded by Councilman Carey. Any discussion on this item? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item, please.
Resolution 158, authorizing the town to sell 2 commercial lawnmowers through a sealed bid process.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Perry, seconded by Councilman Baker. Any discussion on this item? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Any carries. Next item, please.
Resolution 159, appointing Timothy Harris as a member of the Ogden Planning Board.
I'll move that one.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Hinman, seconded by Councilman Toms. Any discussion on this item? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item, please.
Looks like
160.
160. Oh, okay. Sorry, 160, authorizing the Ogden Highway Superintendent to sell town-owned items that are no longer suitable for or needed for public purpose.
So moved. I'll second.
Moved by Councilman Baker, seconded by Councilman Hinman. Any discussion on this item? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Before we go to adjournment, I just wanted to thank Katie for stepping in. Appreciate you. a
Thank
lot.
you.
A motion to adjourn to work session.
I'll motion that.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Hinman, seconded by Councilman Toms. Okay, we will move into work session.